When your wife is in a bad mood, the air in the room changes. You can feel it before she even says a word. The silence becomes heavier, every movement feels like stepping on glass, and suddenly, even breathing too loudly feels like a mistake. You start to wonder, should I ask her what's wrong? Should I just stay quiet? Or maybe, should I say something sweet? But here's the truth. Sometimes the things you say with good intentions can make everything worse. There are certain questions, 6 of them in particular, that you should never, ever ask your wife when she's upset. Because the wrong question at the wrong time can turn a spark into a storm. Picture this. She's sitting quietly on the couch, her arms folded, scrolling through her phone with that look that says, "Don't even try." You, being the brave soul that you are, walk over and ask, "Are you on your period?" Congratulations, you just started World War III in your living room. Even if you're right, even if biology is on your side, that question feels dismissive. It sounds like you're blaming her emotions on hormones instead of caring about what actually hurt her. When she's in a bad mood, what she really wants is to be seen, not diagnosed. The moment you make it about her hormones, you've lost her trust for the day. She doesn't want a doctor. She wants a partner who can read her silence. Now imagine a different scene. You walk in and notice she's being unusually quiet, and you, being the brave soul that you are, walk over and ask, "Are you on your period?" Congratulations. You just started World War III in your living room. Even if you're right, even if biology is on your side, that question feels dismissive. It sounds like you're blaming her emotions on hormones instead of caring about what actually hurt her. When she's in a bad mood, what she really wants is to be seen, not diagnosed. The moment you make it about her hormones, you've lost her trust for the day. She doesn't want a doctor. She wants a partner who can read her silence. Now imagine a different scene. You walk in and notice she's being unusually quiet, and you, in your attempt to lighten the mood, say, "What's wrong with you now?" You might not mean any harm. It's your way of saying, "Talk to me." But what she hears is judgment. That one word, "now," makes it sound like she's constantly a problem, like every emotion she feels is an inconvenience to you. She'll instantly shut down because that question doesn't sound like concern. It sounds like you're tired of her feelings. And no woman wants to feel like her emotions are too heavy for the man she loves to carry. There's also the classic, "Why are you overreacting?" This one might be the most dangerous question on earth. To you, it might sound logical, even fair. You're just trying to calm things down. But what she hears is, your feelings aren't valid. You've just told her that her pain, her frustration, her emotions are exaggerated. And when a woman feels unheard, she doesn't argue, she retreats. The distance that grows in that silence can last much longer than the argument itself. Because the truth is, she doesn't want you to fix her feelings, she just wants you to understand them. Then comes the innocent trap of, "Can't you just calm down?" Ah yes, the universal phrase that has never, in the history of relationships, actually calmed anyone down. When she's upset, her emotions are at full volume. Asking her to calm down is like telling a fire not to burn. It doesn't work. What she really wants in that moment isn't for you to mute her emotions, it's for you to hold space for them. Sit with her anger. Let her vent. Listen without trying to solve. Because when she feels safe expressing her storm, the storm naturally passes. But when you try to shut it down, it only grows louder. Sometimes men ask a question that seems harmless, but stings deeply. "Is it something I did?" It sounds caring, right? But when you ask this in the middle of her bad mood, it can sound like you're making her emotions about yourself. She's trying to process something, and suddenly she has to comfort you instead. It shifts the energy from empathy to guilt. Instead of asking that, just say, "I'm here if you want to talk." It removes pressure and adds comfort. she'll appreciate your patience more than your panic. And finally, the question that ends all peace treaties, are you mad at me? Now, if she wasn't mad before, she might be now. Because when she's upset and you make it about you, it feels like you're not paying attention to what she's actually feeling. Maybe she's stressed about work, family, or something completely unrelated. But by asking if she's mad at you, you've centered yourself in her frustration. It's not about you. It's about her needing space, peace, or just silence. Here's the truth most men don't realize. When your wife is in a bad mood, she's not looking for a perfect sentence. She's looking for presence. Your calmness, your silence, your willingness to simply be there. That's what speaks louder than any words. The biggest mistake most men make is trying to fix emotions with logic. You see a problem and you want to solve it. But she's not a problem to solve. She's a person to be felt with. Sometimes the best question isn't a question at all. It's a gentle action. Making her tea without asking. Sitting beside her without talking. A light touch on her hand that says, I'm here. These are the things that bring a woman closer, even in her darkest mood. It's easy to think love is about grand gestures, but in reality, love lives in the quiet moments, in the patience you show when she's not herself, in the restraint you practice when your ego wants to argue back. Because marriage isn't just about laughter and romance, it's about weathering emotional storms together. And every time you choose patience over pride, you're teaching her that you're her safe place. Sometimes a woman's bad mood has nothing to do with you at all. Maybe she's exhausted, maybe she's anxious, maybe she's carrying something she can't put into words. Don't force her to explain. Just let her know she doesn't have to pretend to be okay around you. That kind of safety is rare, and once she feels it, her heart will always come back to you. But there's another side to this too. When she finally opens up, don't interrupt. Don't say that's not what happened or you're misunderstanding me. Listen. Really listen. Because in her eyes, your silence isn't weakness, it's love. It shows her that you care more about understanding her than defending yourself. And that's what makes her trust you again, even after an argument. You see, women remember how you made them feel during their most vulnerable moments. When she's angry, hurt, or distant, how you respond writes a story in her heart. If you respond with patience, she feels safe. If you respond with frustration, she feels alone. And that difference decides whether her bad mood lasts an hour or lingers for days. So next time you feel the tension rise, don't reach for the wrong words. Don't try to be clever or logical. Just breathe. Watch her. Sense what she needs. Sometimes she wants space. Sometimes she wants a hug. And sometimes she just wants to know that her feelings don't scare you. Because a woman who knows you can handle her moods will always feel closer to you emotionally. Marriage isn't about avoiding bad moods. It's about surviving them with grace. Every argument, every silence, every tear, it all teaches you how to love better. The real secret is simple. Don't ask questions that make her feel judged. Ask yourself instead, how can I make her feel safe right now? If you can do that, you'll not only avoid a fight, but you'll deepen a bond that nothing can shake. At the end of the day, love isn't tested when everything is easy. It's tested when emotions are high, when patience runs low, and when silence fills the room. If you can hold her heart gently in those moments, if you can resist the urge to say the wrong thing and instead choose kindness, she'll remember that forever. Because in the chaos of her bad mood, what she truly needs isn't an answer, it's you.